Zambia Media, in association with STWF-TV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Yeah!
Going on, everybody? Welcome into the show. Best in the world, hashtag BITW. I'm Dale. We got Jeremy in the house tonight. What's up, man?
What's going on?
All good, all good. And Trell, the OTC, in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, what's good, fellas? Another day, another Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had a ton of wrestling happen this past week. And you guys check out TNA? The Under Siege, I believe it was.
No, actually, that's the only one I missed was Under Siege.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad show.
Yeah, it was pretty okay. I actually saw. I think it was like free on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, you couldn't catch that anytime there, Drew. Free on YouTube.
Good old YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Let's get to talking about some wrestling, man, that we did watch. This is, y'all know, it's one of my faves. All right, this whole Dom Live thing, it's great, and Dom always gets himself busted by his girlfriend. This is a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
And this time it was no different. After Roxanne brought him a platter of chicken nuggets, you know. I mean, like, Roxanne be on point with the chicken nuggets, though, bro. Like, be a big ass platter.
No, she's not on point because those are grocery store freezer out nuggets. She ought to know better. You get the crispy. You would care. You get the crispy tendies. You know, get the tendies, them little store-bought nuggets. She could at least with the McDonald's. She's gonna get some nuggets for him. I mean, he does have a meal named after him, don't he?
Hey, probably so. Yeah, I think he does. I think he does at McDonald's. Yeah, I have to check that out. Man. Mm-hmm. You interested in that, Jeremy?
He's taking after his daddy. Look at everything Eddie did. I love it. I think it's really cool.
It's great. Yes. So we'll see what happens with this story here, but the Judgment Day having some problems, and Finn Balor is back there loving it all. He loves the drama. He loves it.
Oh yeah,
he's creating it.
The boy was back there just cheesing, like, you know, when you get your homie busted in front of his girl, and it's like, because the homie was talking a whole bunch of mess beforehand to how you're single, you ain't got nobody, and you run a game, and he sees that, hey, who that is? Kind of like Smoking when he got Craig caught up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but this is gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens with this Roxanne and Liv thing. Where Roxanne takes this. Is Roxanne gonna try to take off with Dom Mex? That's remains to be seen. I'm all into it. This is the soap opera part of wrestling.
Yep.
Okay, you got to get some drama and love in there, and this is it. Okay, and I'm all into it.
Agreed. This is some dope stuff, man, because I don't think it's going to go down the way it did last year. I think it's going to be some little twists this time.
Yeah. Well, look, we got titles on the line and everything like that. Some heart's going to be broken for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Double or Nothing. One of the things I'm hearing a lot of with Double or Nothing. I mean, this is pretty much after every AEW pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
The pay-per-views are so long.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have cut that card in half and been fine.
Well, they started added to the damn card.
Yeah.
Like when we did the show last week, it was these 8 matches. Okay, and then they started adding to it.
Hey, what did I say? What did we say last week, Dale? They probably gonna add another one as of by Friday.
Yep.
Another one's gonna be added.
So, the rumors I'm reading stuff from other people behind the scenes. Other producers, saying, hearing this, everybody except for the person hearing it, and that's Tony Khan. And I don't think it's ever going to change because nobody is saying anything to Tony Khan. Tony Khan don't feel that way. Like if you go to like a regular AEW show, that show is just about 4 hours long. They're gonna give you some ROH, they're gonna give you some Dynamite, and they're gonna give you some ROH next week too. And they're gonna mix this match.
Yeah, and gave you some Collision too.
Yep. I've heard that some wrestlers are actually they're not going to Tony, but they are complaining about it.
Okay.
But I mean, unless Tony's going to want to change it, nothing's going to change. So
Yeah, unless they scared to say something to Tony.
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I hear that he's like one of the better promoters or whatever as far as being a boss, but at the same time, you're kind of taking your livelihood in your hands and in your push if you're getting one. So, do you want to jeopardize that? I think that's kind of the main issue with all that.
Exactly.
I mean, look,
You
Tony
even
Khan-
breathe the wrong way. You in catering for 2 years as
Yeah,
Britt
I
Baker,
agree.
as Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, Miro.
You've seen it. Yes, absolutely. You're right. You're right about
Ricky.
Yep.
that. So it's probably not going to change then. And I mean, I guess the positive with it is a lot of wrestlers get paydays
Yeah.
because it's 1 million people on the card.
Right. And
Payday
TV.
is smaller though, right? Because it's a smaller chunk of the pie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Charge us an arm and leg, but you know.
yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So thoughts about the pay-per-view besides the length?
Well, it's typical. Too much. It is. This wasn't needed, but it was very good. Match card. Could have did without the soundtrack playing.
That is the worst part of the anarchy in the arena. Like it's cool for maybe like the first 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but then it's
Yeah.
like annoying as hell after
Yeah.
that.
They played the song
Especially when they repeat the song.
5 times.
Yeah. Kenny Omega had the
5
comedy
times.
spot too, playing DJ.
Yeah.
After that,
was-
it should have been over.
What's going
Yeah.
on, Fate?
Hey, Faith. Yeah, that was way too, and they do this every time too. And it's like, bro, turn the music off already. We get it. They're here. They're fighting. Turn it
Right.
off. Young Bucks had a horrible. I get the gimmick, but the song was like getting old. I'm like, all right, you can turn it off now. They're fighting.
Right.
And Omega was like, all right, guys, turn that shit off. I'm like, thank you. Play this. No. And they played like one of the weirdest, most generic, whatever that song was. I'm like,
Yeah. It's always
Why?
generic kind of rock stuff they're
Yeah.
playing for the most part. Yeah.
I'm like, Swerve's getting in on it. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like Swerve, but we're gonna zoom past that. But when they play "Let the Bias Hit the Floor," I'm like, oh, this is taking me back to 2001.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go. The bias are flying. I'm like, let's go. And then that was once it was over, Kenny was like, play it again. I'm like, All right,
Oh.
whatever.
Yeah.
But then by the third time, I'm like, why? Like, I'm trying to
enough.
watch. They got four cameras going. Everyone's
Right.
spread out. I'm trying to focus on
Yeah.
that. I'm gotta hear
It's enough.
Johnny Pool. It's like, come on, man. I love the band, but once
Yeah,
was
it's
enough. I popped. I popped on that first. I'm like, oh, this
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is SummerSlam
Okay.
2001. The invasion was happening. Just
Maybe like the first 5 minutes, then it just gets annoying. So, but what did you think about the Anarchy and Arena match? Besides the dumb music stuff.
brutal. Loud, like staples that need to be stapled in places it was stapled.
Mhm.
But
staple
it was
spot.
great.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
the
mean-
one staple spot, they telegraphed that too. When he got
Yeah.
stapled in the nuts, they telegraphed that. And I saw it coming a mile away. I was like, watch, he's gonna get him in the balls. And
Yeah.
30 seconds later, there it was.
Yeah,
It was funny, don't get me wrong, but I mean,
It wasn't
they
necessary for
telegraphed it.
Swerve
No,
to take the staple to the tongue.
no.
no, those
mean-
are one of the ones that's like why, bro?
Yeah,
Just
he's
why?
already proven he's tough as nails. So I mean,
Yeah.
right? There was no point in it.
I could have did without that, but Willow and Marina, like those girls, put it down. When she swung that beer bottle, I was like, please let that be fake glass. Because she was kind of looking at her hand. I'm like, Jesus, please let that be a fake bottle at least. Because that was good. Those girls got down. I love how they book Willow. She's that happy-go-lucky girl. But when it's time to go to war,
She ready to
put
fight.
the braids on and put the overalls on, and it's time to go. So
Yes.
I like how they doing with her and Marina. I'm happy the way she's been doing lately. So good for her. She's the only 4-horsewoman left right now doing something. So happy for her. But overall, it was a good match. A very, very good match. Probably the best Anarchy.
Marina was in the 4-horsewoman MMA, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
And
They
now,
were all there in NXT at one point.
Yeah.
as far as Glass, we know what Jungle Boy's motto is. It's got to be real. So, but yeah, I thought the match was it was really chaotic. It was kind of hard to follow at times. I thought. I mean,
Yeah.
overall, I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it's still just a big, wild, crazy match.
Yeah.
It's nothing on the line.
Well, and they did the same, damn near the same match on Dynamite last night too.
Exactly, yeah,
So
you
what was the point? So what are we doing here?
Exactly. There was no payoff.
Man.
We did all that, no payoff. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I told y'all Okada was not going to lose. He did not lose. Once again, what did y'all think about the Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa match?
Actually, Dale, what did you think of the Tony Storm?
Oh, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking.
Because
know,
at the
I
end of
really
that match, I was
enjoyed
like, I wonder what's Dale doing right now.
He was worried about post match.
Yeah.
Yes. They gave the people what they want. Okay. All right. Everybody wants them to love each other, not fight. Okay.
Little Dale had Christmas come early on Sunday. But I love that match.
I love it.
Those two work well together.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very good match. So I'm glad Mina is there full time now. So we should be seeing a whole lot more of her. But yeah, me personally, I loved it. It probably should have been the main event or one of the co-main events, but 5 stars for me. Kudos to me.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too. I mean, rarely does Tony Storm have a bad match. So anytime you put her in a ring, you know you're going to get something special.
So Sasha won the Owen Cup, of course. So now she goes up against Tony Storm. And so I have a big problem with this, bringing them together. Huge problem with it. Somebody's got to lose now. And
Yeah.
Sasha ain't lose since she's been there.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so
sad to
Tony's
see
being
Tony
fed to
Storm's
her.
reign.
You can see
Yeah,
that
and I don't
from a
like it
mile away.
one bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's right.
Yeah. So
Tony's been there for what, 2.5 years now, I guess, maybe 3.
yeah, probably about 3 years now.
And
Yeah, 3.
Sasha just comes in, gets every title there is, and I don't like it. It's all off of clout. That's all it is. They're putting it's because of her name. And she's not a terrible wrestler, but I don't think she's a great wrestler either. Her promos are terrible.
Right.
You take her off script, she has no mic skills, and she's proven that in AEW.
I think you get a payday with them two together, yes. But this is gonna be what, an all in, if I'm not mistaken, in Texas?
I think so.
Okay,
July 13th.
Okay, so it's a big show. He's got a baseball stadium to sell out, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. That's probably why he's colliding the two together.
Yeah.
It's your biggest women's match you could possibly put together, I think, in AEW.
As bad of an ending as this would be, I think it should be a disqualification.
Right.
I mean, that's the only way.
Girl, that's what happened.
It doesn't hurt Tony.
Yes.
That's the only way.
I think they should shock the world
again.
I think they should shock the world and have Tony win.
That would make sense because Sasha's or Mercedes' title isn't on the line.
Right.
But
you're right.
But Tony's such a mark for friggin' Mercedes. He's gonna I guarantee you he's gonna put the title on it.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the TBS title? Does she
have a parade around?
Or does she vacate it?
Parade around.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Oh no, she's got a million titles. She can't.
Yeah, she's female version of friggin' Kenny Omega's belt collector.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But eventually, she's got to lose.
Does she though?
Eventually.
Yeah, but who's gonna be the one?
Exactly.
Right.
If she runs through Tony, is it gonna be Megan Bain? I mean, size-wise, you could see it, but experience-wise, there's no way.
What about a return of Mariah?
Yeah.
I don't know where she is right now. There's so many rumors of, WWE's looking for her. That's why Stephanie lost and Jordan Grace is leaving. So it's like we don't know right now.
Because Stephanie and Jordan are supposed to be going up to the main roster.
Yep.
Jordan too?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they had her
win.
lose. Yeah.
Yeah. She's going to SmackDown.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. We'll get to NXT in a minute here. Hangman going over to get to face the champ here, Mox. What do we think about this matchup? What'd you think about this match? Hangman versus Ospreay.
This match, actually, I didn't get the chance to watch it all. But I did know that Hangman won, and I kind of predicted a long time ago that if there was someone that was going to beat Mox for the title, it should have been Hangman. And then I read where there's a lot of people who Hangman want Ospreay to win, Ospreay wanted Hangman to win, Mox wanted Hangman to win.
Yeah.
So Tony was like, well, that's 2-1 for Hangman, so let's go with Hangman. Right. So it's only right that he does it because I've said it multiple times. He hasn't really done anything since he burnt down Swerve's house and beat him in the cage. After that, he's been nothing but a Elias Sampson Drifter just walking around in the back, pissed off that someone got his mocha latte wrong with the wrong milk. So he needs to be. He's the original guy from AEW. He's one of the elites, the founding fathers. So he should be the one to take the title off of Mox.
Well, and it makes sense storyline wise too. So,
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good match. Like everybody else, I expected Ospreay to win it. So I thought it was match of the night, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Probably surprise of the night too.
Surprise of the night because of the result, or
Yeah.
okay.
Because everybody expected Will Ospreay to win.
Yeah.
And then he's sort of like rallying the troops on Wednesday,
Yeah.
a la
Except for Swerve.
NWO style.
Yeah. That was actually a really good segment between Hangman and Swerve last night too. I watched half of Dynamite, but I did see that segment, and it was really good.
Okay. All right. That's all of AEW then. Unless y'all got something else with AEW, anybody?
Let's see. No, that was that's all the ones that I cared about, really.
Yeah.
That's worth talking about. So yeah.
All right. Let's get to some NXT, and let's talk about Battleground. So I thought this was a shocking result for the show and everything like that. I thought we got to see some different things here. The number one thing that shocked me was the fact that Stephanie Valkyrie retained the title in this match versus Jordan Grace. I thought for sure Grace was going to be the new champ and was going to run NXT for a while.
Yeah. I was 50-50 on it because it could have went either way. I still pulled for Stephanie to win anyway. And I was like, when Stephanie won, the first question I asked myself is, what's next for Jordan Grace? I mean, she's went for the NXT Women's Championship 2 times within the past year or two, and it came up short, and she lost in TakeOver when she was in that multi-woman match too. So that's pretty much 3 shots at the title. So I was like, what's next for her? And obviously by Tuesday, we found out what was next for her. So that pretty much explained why she lost. But that was a great match. And shout out to Booker T. The man gets over and over every week. And the fans let him know that he's over.
Real dog. Like he seriously got that thing over.
And it's like you hear the fans in the background. Like,
Yep. Yep. It's a chant now.
Oh, yeah. Booker's living his best life, man. He's living his best Dale-like life, man. Shout out to him. But that match was awesome. That match was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I agree with Trell. That could have gone either way. I'm not really, other than NXT, familiar with Stephanie Vancouver, but I've been watching Jordan Grace for quite a while, so I'm familiar with her. So I was rooting for her. I'm not upset that she lost, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I thought they were giving her the ball. Okay, you go ahead and run with NXT now. We're moving Stephanie here over here. You know, this is what we're doing. You run it. And that was not what happened there.
Well,
absolutely.
If you think about it too, wrestling wise, Jordan was ready for the main roster. They just had to get her acclimated to all the production stuff.
Yeah. where the camera is. Look at
Yes.
how
Yeah.
entrances are done. So Triple H told Sean, like, all right, I give you a few months.
Yep.
She's gonna be make sure she's ready, and she's ready because I'm looking
Yep.
forward to it.
And, yeah, I am too. I expect greatness from her on the main roster.
Mhm.
See, I would have liked to see Jordan run things in NXT for at least a minute before
That's what I thought.
she goes up. Because I thought, I mean, since she's been on the main roster, I thought she struggled to find herself. I mean, in my opinion, like she's changed her look. I don't know if she's all the way comfortable with her look, her gear, and everything she's got going on right now. And then I'm not. I mean, of course, the fans know her, and they're excited for her. But the new look, Jordan Grace, I don't know if we're that excited to see her. Just like we were the big juggernaut coming
Right.
out there.
I am
Well,
because with WWE, it's the entertainment factor. So of course she's gonna drop some of that muscle that she had in TNA. But she's still the juggernaut. So, but now they're trying to mix in that beauty
Yeah.
with kind of like like Jade, like Rhea, Bianca. They're mixing that
Bianca,
beauty
yeah.
and the physicality also, not just the
Yeah.
physicality. So I noticed her the moment she returned to NXT. I noticed she slimmed down and trimmed up a lot, but she
Yes.
still got that
Okay, so-
muscle, but she ain't got that big muscle.
Elephant in the room.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it could be because of the wellness policy also?
Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. She could have had to change up her nutrition because of the wellness policy. Now, but that being said, with NXT and TNA working together, I would assume they're on the same page with the wellness.
You would think so.
If you're
Yeah.
intermingling these talents and it's supposed to be safe for
Right.
everybody needs to be on the same playing field.
Right. Yeah,
Or
'cause you
maybe
can't-
she just took it upon herself.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, to Dale's point, I mean, you can't have somebody on roids just having roid rage in the middle of a match and
Yeah.
injuring the other company's wrestler. So,
She goes by Ask by Elegance now, but like she was
Mhm.
really cut in NXT. She went up to the main roster. She lost a lot of weight and just totally changed up her look.
yeah. I barely recognized her first time I saw her. I was like, whoa.
Right. Maybe this is what's suggested to them. I don't know.
Maybe a different diet, different nutrition,
Yeah.
get more leaner. A lot of people are doing that nowadays. So I don't think it has anything much to do with steroids. I think most of the time everyone's starting to lean up more nowadays
Well,
as opposed to just
Don't
bulking up.
her and Jordan, I know Jordan does, but Ash, doesn't she have a bodybuilding background?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so that could
Jordan-
play a part of it too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And I mean, look, we saw Bianca Belair do it
Mhm.
just a few months ago when she was competing in bodybuilding.
Yep.
She got really
And she's
cut
ripped.
with that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So it's just nutrition. I don't think there's anything about a wellness policy. I think it's just she going to a new company. She wants to change her look. I'm not mad at it. I mean, she looks great. So, more power to her because I'm looking forward to mix it up on that main roster with Naomi and Jade and everybody else. So,
Just as long as Charlotte doesn't politic, I mean, I think she'll be fun.
yeah.
no, Triple H ain't letting that happen. We saw where Charlotte is right now. So obviously it's a clear cut indication that
Well, and she's on the
She's
back
not-
end too.
she's not Triple H's favorite.
All right. Let's talk about the Don versus Stacks here. Um, what what's gonna be next here? Like we saw Stacks. I'm sorry. The Crucifino show up
Mhm.
like on the outside, but he didn't get involved. So he didn't do anything. He just, I guess, kind of distracted the Don.
Yeah.
That's how Stacks won, and the Don like kind of left Crucifino hanging there, no hug and all this kind of stuff. He questioned him on Tuesday, but still, I don't know where this leaves the Don. Him losing this match, where does this leave him?
I think everybody's going to turn on him, and he's going to go to the main roster after the payoff.
Yep. This is just match one, and there's going to be another one. And I think slowly but surely, Crucifino is going to be next. And then Baby Sis, Rizzo, she's going to be the last domino to fall.
Yep.
Yeah. And they might bring in somebody else.
Okay, so to me, that's the only way to save the Don. Like, you can't have the Don with no family, man. Like, and I know it's hard to bring everybody up to the main roster at the same time. I don't know, man. I just, with these groups, and when you have a figurehead like the Don, like, you got to be in charge of something. And I worry for him going up by himself, being the Don of nothing. You know.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Put something the right way. I think he's gonna be all right.
If Vince were still in charge and they called him up, they just changed his name to Don.
DOA. Yeah. Or D'Angelo.
All right. Oba retains versus Randy Orton Jr. there, which is no surprise. But he called out Jasper Troy the following Tuesday there. So is it possible Oba gonna drop the title to Jasper Troy? Is that even remarkably possible? Like
that's not on my radar. Not at all.
I would not put it past them because they was hyping him up in LFG. Booker T, to be exact, was hyping him up. Undertaker showed up on NXT and pretty much told Oba LFG is coming. You know, watch your back. And who was the first person that showed up behind Oba? Jasper Troy. So I think I would not be surprised sometime in the future. I don't think it's going to be immediate, but he's gotten Oba's attention. I think probably by summer or a little after summer, he's probably going to be the one to take down Oba, and Oba's going to be another one called out to the main roster because when Oba won the championship from I was like, who the hell's going to beat this man?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What David is going to be booked to beat this man? I'm like, I don't see anyone. And now you bring in Jasper Troy. Like, well, swap a monster for another one.
I thought the closest person was Javon Evans, but that didn't happen. So yeah, who?
Yeah, he's not ready. But who knows, man? Let's see how much stock they got in Jasper Troy.
Yep.
Well, look, we're starting to see these LFG participants show up on different shows here. I saw I'm trying to figure out his name.
Shiloh Hill.
No, not Shiloh. The buff dude was on Mickey James' team.
I know what you're talking about. The Byron Saxton's little brother.
Just
yeah, I
mean,
like
pretty much.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Pretty much. Troy Yearwood.
Yeah,
that's his name. Troy Yearwood. Saw him show up on Evolve this past week. So yeah, he's going to be wrestling. The one of like Asian descent looks like she signed something with Evolve, but she's gonna be on a different name. The Lee Laurel lady. She's gonna be signed under a different name.
I'm happy for her because I picked her to get to the finals, but it didn't work out. But I'm glad they still saw something in her. Yeah.
And I'm still surprised I hadn't seen Bailey Humphrey yet. But I know she was really, really green coming in. But her matches were impressive on LFG. Like all her matches were impressive to me.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have her in the lab because that's Undertaker's, in my opinion, that's his favorite because he was very high on her when he sent her home. He's like, I got your back. Like, call me. So I'm pretty sure they probably gonna trim her up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that monster in Evolve.
Yeah. Jake brought up Thick Keita Lyons. Definitely saw her in Evolve. I think she's gonna be going up against the first Evolve, the new Evolve Women Champion. So whenever I think they just chose her on this past episode or something. So I have to check it out. It's been pretty cool. The whole swipe right vanity project thing in Evolve has been interesting. They actually got something coming out of Evolve. It's going to be hitting NXT pretty soon. So you're not going to be able to hold them back.
Yeah, which is good because NXT needs a whole crop of stars since, everyone's anticipating getting the call. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Kalani Jordan gets her name called during the summer, after the summer. So
yeah, that's my girl right there. She's gonna do some things on the main roster. I'm just hoping she don't get stuck in hard purgatory.
Yeah,
exactly. Because you got Zarya, Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Jada Parker. They're gonna be the ones at the forefront. So bring in these Evolve women to be the next future wave for the next 2 years.
And I've heard that because they're bringing all these people up, they're not doing a draft now.
Okay. Good.
So they're just gonna randomly move people over because a lot of people need to be on the move.
Look, I'm just saying they could have flipped that so well, and they're gonna do all these call-ups. You know what? Hold up, fuck the call-ups. We're gonna wait. We're just gonna have an NXT draft. We all get this many people from NXT, and then move the other people that you're planning on moving. That way, you get a better instead of oh my god, it's a surprise debut. No one gives a fuck about surprise debuts anymore unless it's someone outside of the company. If someone from NXT, who cares? We expect it. So I do.
Oh man, let's look at that pop, bro.
I do. Man, shit, when I saw Stephanie Valkyria pull up after Mania, I was hella happy.
Well, again, that one didn't leak and get out, so we didn't expect it. So it's a little bit different than that. But like when the rumor mills and the dirt sheets are already going off about this person's going there, this person's going there, everyone's all bits of surprise.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm still gonna be happy though.
Yeah, but I still pop.
I still think
when KO came out and debuted versus Cena, with the NXT Championship. I love that.
I mean, shit, I was lightly excited again, but you didn't know about it. I liked when Pete Dunne came out and shocked Enzo. But those are the pops that you don't, or not the pops. Those are the surprise show-ups that you don't expect because those don't get out. They're just like, hey, get your ass over to the U.S. and get it in there. KO, come up with the title. Go do this against Cena. I mean, it's a completely different thing but when you're getting – go ahead.
I think the reason why it's not like that anymore is because back then they never really hyped NXT on the main roster like they do now. Yeah. So when Kevin Owens came over, it's like, oh shit, this dude is here. Now they're hyping NXT all the time and vice versa. So when you see these guys get successful, it's like, all right, it's any time now. These people get the call. So it's like now it's like even if they don't leak it out, any common wrestling fan with common knowledge like us feel like, okay, this person's definitely going to the main. This person's ready.
Yeah, to that point, you kind of expect it now. So
yeah.
John, you breaking some news to me, man. Shallow and Xena gonna be on season 2 of LFG. That is a waste because
Yeah, I read about
both
that.
of those
I
people
read
are
about
ready.
Xena not being happy. Yeah, I read about Xena not being happy about that. That she's on
Yeah.
season 2
They are
after such
ready.
a praise she got. You would think she'd
Right.
be the one of the ones definitely in Evolve because they was praising her all season.
She the one got Bubba.
She made it to the
all the
finals.
streets. Yes.
Yeah, she made it to the finals, and she gonna go back for another season. That's hey,
Russell with a
got no
bum
choice
knee.
but to win season 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird, bro. That is weird.
Yeah,
That is weird. So,
agreed.
right.
Agreed.
The main topic here. Trick Williams is the new
Let's talk about it.
TNA champion. I mean, look, this, I guess, it shocks the world just because it hadn't happened before. The first
Right.
time it happened,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So now TNA has got to benefit from this thing. I'm guessing he's going to come on the next pay-per-view and defend it versus Joe Hendry
Mhm.
again. I'm guessing that's going to happen.
No, Mike Santana.
Mike Santana. Okay, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That-
NXT.
But that's going to be on NXT.
Yeah, that's true.
So my guess is Trick take care of Mike Santana.
Yeah.
Mike Santana.
Yeah.
If they did get a
Yeah.
pop, got a pop on too.
Yeah.
Well, and he's known more for being in LAX too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And he's like one of the main guys from TNA that people want to see crossover.
Yeah.
So to see him there and do his entrance through the crowd like he normally does, that was dope. And he showed out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can add that to the poacher list.
yeah, 100%.
He did a good job for sure, man. He did a good job. All right. Let's move forward here and let's talk about main event. The big takeaways here. Bronson Reed joins Seth Rollins' group, helping him get this win here. Jeremy, your thoughts here? Bronson Reed returning.
I didn't understand it. I mean, I'm happy that he's back, but I don't. Him and Seth were in a friggin' blood feud.
Yes, he had just did the whole tsunami 10 time bit on Seth
So what sense does that
before he
make,
got hurt.
other than just a way to bring him back?
It's a way to bring him back.
It makes no sense.
Jake?
At this point, as far as this story goes, AEW's beating them in storylines. I hate to say it, but I mean, you can't do stuff like this. I mean, wrestling fans don't have short memories. I mean, I feel like Vince is back.
You're right. We expect stuff like this from AEW, not WWE. Come on
Right.
now. Yeah, I'm with Jeremy. It doesn't make sense. And two, this was like the last person I wanted to join this faction. You guys know I've been pro Austin Theory, and it makes sense. But they're literally kicking the can down the road on breaking him and Waller up. It's aggravating as hell. Bronson Reed makes no sense. He is literally the last person I wanted to see in this group because he was literally just partnered up with Solo. I thought he was going to go back. I thought he was supposed to be Jeff Cobb, but it just doesn't. I don't know.
All right, let's pump the brakes, everybody. So, I mean, you also gotta take it also into consideration that injuries kill and begin storylines all the time. So, ain't no telling what would have happened when Bronson Reed after War Games if he never got hurt. How long he would have been with Solo and Jacob during that time? So that could have been a totally different storyline. So when you get hurt and you're gone for months, that pretty much goes your spot in that storyline. It goes away. So the way I see it is, if you want to look at a storyline perspective, Seth Rollins wasn't in that match, in the War Games match. He got hurt, and one of the people that was in that match was Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. And if I'm Seth Rollins, I'd rather have that big Aussie on my side instead of have him squishing me 10 more times with a tsunami. And if you guys remember Evolution, this is a blueprint of what Evolution is. I mean, you got Braun Breaker, a young guy in his 20s, awesome physique, crazy as hell. You got Bronson Reed, even bigger muscle. I mean, this is basically, they needed this. Bronson Reed, even though it might not make sense to a lot of people, but Bronson Reed needed this because now his career trajectory is going to go a little bit higher now. When he's on the biggest spotlight on Monday Night Raw, aligning himself with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. And the people that Paul Heyman touches, their careers are never the same in a, like they're better for it. So I mean, with the exception of Jackson, but we don't have to go there. But
the explanation.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I get it. People, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure eventually they'll have an explanation, but if not, it's like that was like last year. They went through War Games. They've had it is what it is. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, for prime example, damn near killed each other in that No Way Out pay-per-view, and they teamed up the month later.
Yeah.
Just a couple things to add to that. You said a lot of stuff, and I got two things for a couple of them. One, okay. It still doesn't make sense because they literally had just moved them to SmackDown and put them through with that faction, and now they're moving them right back. That part doesn't make sense. They literally had no idea what to do with them, so they. And two, I agree with you about the Paul Heyman part, but not the Seth part. I don't think Seth can make a superstar. Or else Buddy Murphy would still be there and Austin Theory would be a champion by now. It's definitely all Paul Heyman pulling these things.
Bronson was on the verge of being in the title picture before he got hurt. So what's this do with that? Because they're obviously going to put the title on Seth.
And the whole Buddy Murphy thing, like this, the Seth Rollins he got now isn't the same Seth Rollins from 2020.
No.
And it's different people running the joint now. So, and plus there's fans. So, of course, it's going to be kind of hard to pick up momentum when there's no people in the crowd, too.
Right.
That was a fair clapback. I'll give you that one. I still don't understand the constant movement of the Bronson Reed thing, though. He's on this brand, he's on that brand. You know, I don't even care. He probably could have came back and they would have put him in NXT. They don't know what to do with the guy. So I guess putting him in this faction makes sense. It's just not the guy that I wanted to see there. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Well, it's like Trell said too. That injury kind of killed his momentum. So it's like, what do you do with him?
Move him back to Raw, I guess.
I did.
Well, he's always been there. That's the thing. Like John said, he was a Raw superstar.
Yeah. Solo
just got him for War Games.
Yep.
So, because I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't the Bloodline pick somebody from SmackDown? Wasn't
CM Punk
there? Yeah. So they just did that. So
because the Bloodline and most of them were all part of SmackDown, but then they started doing brand intermingling. That's why Sammy was talking to. Well, Jay was already on Raw, but they moved Jay from Raw to SmackDown to do that feud at War Games because it was an intermingled pay-per-view. All right, I guess you're right. I thought Bronson Reed got moved from Raw to SmackDown. I thought he was already
there. No, he was on Raw.
SmackDown.
Nah, he was an enforcer for the Bloodline 2.0. Yeah.
Got it. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Well,
I just hope he's as mean as he was before he got hurt, because he was a freaking beast.
Oof.
And that's the way he needs to be.
Him and Braun Breaker are gonna fuck shit up.
Oh, tag champs right there. They better have some tag gold.
If they go down that route,
and if you throw one more person in the mix, Austin Theory, there's your IC champ. I'm not going to stop pulling
Austin Theory's a bait. Austin Theory is gonna be a babyface at the end of this breakup, so that's not
I
gonna work.
agree with that.
So none of you guys were satisfied with Paul Heyman's explanation
was.
on Monday for why Bronson Reed.
What was it again? I think I missed it.
I mean, he basically like, yeah, Bronson Reed destroyed him with a bunch of tsunamis, and that's pretty much the reason why he didn't want to go up against him anymore. He wanted him on his team. You know,
So he's saying Seth is scared.
I mean, he's smart.
saying something smart.
Okay, so you can take it. You can take it either he's smart or he's scared.
Yeah,
So, but of course he's a
Scared
heel
people
too,
do smart
so-
decisions.
yeah.
Scared
Chicken
people
shit
make
heel.
smart decisions. So I want that man on my team. I ain't trying to fight him no more. Nah, I'm
Exactly.
good. He took years off my career. I'm all right.
I'd like to see a little more gelling with this group too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give it a few more weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a few weeks of them terrorizing, right? Like that's
Yeah,
what we got to look forward to.
because it feels like a typical Vince McMahon tag team right now. Let's just throw a bunch of people together.
Well, I mean, at the same time, like this just started. Like they're just becoming.
Right, that's
their
what
own
I'm
thing.
saying.
So, I mean,
I want to give it
yeah.
a few more
Yeah.
weeks. Let
You
them
got
get
chewing
some
All,
chewing that
continuity.
well done steak a little longer.
all this is leading to Seth Rollins becoming World Heavyweight Champion again.
Yep.
And it'll happen at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Maybe if he
So-
wins Money in the Bank.
Pull a heist of the
Okay.
century again. I like it.
Well, that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying he'll pull a heist of the century if he wins that Money in the Bank, though. Do another heist. Just
Well,
at a different
SummerSlam
stage.
is 2 days, right? 2 nights, right?
I
Yeah.
believe
Yep.
so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got to make it
Yeah,
big. So
ain't no
yeah,
telling. Yeah. I'm still hoping it's Cross.
makes sense.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
He's doing such good off-camera work right now.
Ain't he though?
That
That was
I
just
just
Ain't he though?
I wish they would push him just for the fact that he got himself over.
I mean, I just love that ending remark. Hey,
I think
Sammy,
I
you're
think
never
they're slow
champ.
pushing him.
Yeah, I think so too. Everybody's complaining that he's on main event, but it's
Got to start somewhere.
he's beating people.
They're slowly. Yeah. He's slowly being pushed the right way. I like the slow push. Like you're giving the fans what they want, but at a slower pace instead of just here, take
Right.
it. So they don't want us to get burnt down. Like, all right, what's next?
I'm kind of torn if I want him to carry the Killer Cross name. I mean, at this point, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I would like to see him go back to that character because that was a great
Who
character,
knows?
dominant.
Who knows?
And that's the way he needs to be booked.
Just have him
Well,
give him the
I mean,
briefcase
his
and have him walk
character
around with the
isn't like
hourglass.
his character is cunning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind games.
Just give him the briefcase and the hourglass and just have him walk around NXT just because, have him show up in TNA just because, and have that hourglass like TikTok. Clock.
I could see him doing something stupid though too, and having him cash in on like the IC champ or something. I would be so mad.
I don't think they would do that, man. I not him.
They did that to somebody though, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I
Theory.
can't remember who. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put him in a bad spot with that.
They did. He's in the middle of a Roman Reigns war. That poor kid, man. Vince did do him no favors.
No. And that was Vince's little pet project too.
Yes. Yep. That was his next Drew McIntyre. So, all right, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes returns, grabs a hold of the last real champ, and puts him in the crossroads. So now we got a tag team match between it's Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and John Cena. Anybody saw this
Yep.
coming?
No,
No.
no. I don't really like it either.
I don't get it.
I didn't see it coming, but I'm glad I'm gonna be in the building and Money in the Bank next weekend to see it happen. So I'm excited to see
Okay.
how this is gonna come off. Because you got the WWE champion and the World Heavyweight champion at the same time in that match.
Yes.
Could we get a cash in? Could we not? So
Ooh.
I think they brought Cody back too soon.
Good point. I didn't think about the cash in. So we could have a same night cash in. That's a good point. That's a really good point there. Okay.
champs and ducks.
I think they should have held off on Cody.
Yes, I agree. And having him and wasting a Cena appearance in this tag team match is a waste of money.
Yeah.
I know you want to see the last real champ for the last time. I get it. But you had enough, Trell. You had enough. All right. You spoiled it, Trell.
So after the interview that he just did, where he said that his body's breaking down, I get it. Put him in a tag team match, kind of save him. So yeah, I understand it. But at the same time, what's that do for Cody? Because we know down the road they're going to be feuding again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get Cody and John Cena at SummerSlam probably. So that's why they're doing this now. Because if you think about it, they don't have opponents for John Cena for Money in the Bank. They don't have opponents for Jey Uso for Money in the Bank. They're saving Gunther for after Money in the Bank. Yeah. So you can't have both champs off TV. So this is the only logical way of doing it. And have Logan Paul somewhat get screwed out of this so he has a legitimate, gripe in this whole situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Jake, you got anything to add here?
I missed all of it because people wouldn't stop calling me, but no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm sitting here trying to do a podcast. I have kids running up to me, and then I have phone calls coming in like crazy. I don't know why people don't understand. I'm doing a show.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, even know.
I mean, I just got off work. I understand my kids being happy to see me. It makes sense. But like phone calls, and you called me twice after I just said I'm doing a show. Don't call me again. I mean, come on, people. No, I did hear.
Talk to you on here.
I did hear the one thing that Jeremy said. I do agree. I think Cody came back way too soon.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did like main event, and if someone can tell me I just heard it because I had missed it. I was in and out because I was busy this weekend. Did they really cut off Jesse Ventura's mic at one point?
Yeah, they did.
I don't remember them cutting it off. I know they need to.
Listen, man.
That
man forgot the rules of a steel cage match because he was going ballistic ape shit over Damian Priest cage door, and I'm like, bro, do you not know the rules of a steel cage? Pinfall over the top rope through the door.
So they did cut it off.
I think they cut his mic off.
Yeah, they did because he wouldn't stop talking over Lillian.
Yeah,
and finally they're like, "No, you're done." Because I even said something. I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." I was like,
"Come on." Oh man,
it's bad when you want to hear the ring announcer over the commentator.
Like Jesse was cool for like the very first, like, hey, Jesse Ventura's back. Cool. The second time I was back, I was like, this time I'm like, okay, guy, we get it. This is supposed to be fun, and it's just he's not anymore.
I don't mind him, but they're giving him too long of a leash.
He clearly does not need to do commentary during matches, important matches. That is,
have him do like interviews or something.
He could have commentated like the R-Truth match.
Jeremy, if you have him do the interview, he'll answer the questions too. Can't do that.
Yeah, probably right.
Sorry, Terrell. Go ahead,
no worries, man. They need to go back to the formula they had in the beginning and have him and Joe Test for standing, by the stage area, having a little, dialogue for the next match.
Yep.
They need to do that. because I think this is it. I think Triple H is like, you know what? You're going back to the front. Be the Walmart greeter again.
You're good, bro. Wave to the people, wear your little boa thing. You know, that's what we're here for.
He's not careful. He's going to be one of the legends in the crowd that they're showing.
Yep.
Still
right.
trying to talk. Yeah, you know, move the camera.
Red light's going.
Next to Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
All right. We got a new North American NXT North American champion, Ethan Page, defeated Ricky Saints. He's gonna go on to Worlds Collide. Are you gonna hit Worlds Collide too, Terrell?
Yep.
Ooh, so jelly. So jelly.
Me, John, Nessa, and Angel. It's gonna be a big weekend because I'd love to see Lola Vice and Stephanie at the same ring at the same time. Good Lord.
Yes, indeed.
I need bell money.
Well, this is a quick title change here. What you think, Terrell?
I hate. I hate it. I know they're playing on this whole, hey, I know you from over there. I didn't like you then. I still don't like you now type of thing. Ethan Page didn't deserve a title shot. I mean, he lost at Stand and Deliver. That should have been the end of it. He's interfering in Ricky Saints' matches. And for him get the championship now, it's like, come on, dude. You brought Ricky Saints in, so you had him win the title just to beat Ethan Page's record, only to have him hand the title to Ethan Page. So it's retarded. I didn't like it. I don't like Ethan Page as the champion. I think he still needs to be at the back of the line and work his way up, or hell, even move him up to the main roster. I mean, he's good enough. He has the credibility to be a heel on the main roster. Why you have to take the title from Ricky? What's next for Ricky now?
So rumor has it that Ricky said that he wanted to defend the title against main roster opponents, and that's why they yanked it off of him.
Huh. So
Because
in other words,
supposedly he said that in the very next show they took it off of him.
Oh.
So he might be being punished.
Twitter? He said it's on Twitter?
I don't know where he said it. I'd have to look.
I really do think it's just a storyline for Ethan. That's how he won the NXT championship. He just came in, didn't deserve a title shot, got the title shot, and he won. So I think this is it's just a Ethan Page storyline of didn't deserve it, but here he is. He's just one of those heels that think, he has to be the forefront of everything. So, but
Ethan Page is a cup.
No, it was during an interview with somebody named Muscle Man Malcolm.
What? The Waffle House guy?
So it sounds like he may have went off script.
Okay.
And he's going to learn the hard way. That's a no-no in WWE.
Well, John is saying he's hearing a rumor that he's going to
Well, I mean, him wanting to defend the main roster talent, it shouldn't be punishable because of the fact that he's pretty much saying in a positive light, I want to fight the main roster. I want to defend the title everywhere. So I don't think that's a punishable offense. I believe what John's saying, that maybe he's one of the ones that they just brought these people in just for a little bit to get them used to the camera and the limelight and be like, all right, your training's done. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I could see him being on a fast track, but I thought it'd be a little bit more of season in NXT.
Yeah, he seems a little unpolished.
Right.
Yeah.
And just to know you can carry the ball.
Right.
Like in my opinion, just a running back in the NFL is determined by your ability to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mhm.
gotta give these guys some carries. Like hold his title for a while. Let's see you
Yep.
make consecutive shows. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is important to me, man. So yeah.
I thought for sure he's gonna be one of the pillars in NXT for at least for the rest
Yeah.
of the remaining of the
Right. I
call
mean,
him up at the Rumble or something. You know, I didn't.
like it or not, NXT is a brand, and somebody got to hold it up. You know.
Yeah.
So, okay, we already talked about Trick Williams winning that TNA title. JC Jane, the new women's NXT champion.
It's Jake's girl.
She beat Stephanie Booker. You know, a little bit of help with what is it? Fatal influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and some will say the third hottest member. That's the one who's wearing the title here. So, but yes, this really kind of came out of nowhere. Being JC Jane winning the title when I thought it was going to be Jordan Grace holding down NXT, but now it's JC Jane. Jeremy, talk to me about this, man.
I had the same look on my face that everybody in the crowd had,
Yes,
and same
They
look
played
on
that
Mike
up.
Rome's face. And the brilliant thing about this was the fact that they showed Mike Rome having that look on his face, and the little detail of the guy patting him, like, dude, make the
dude, do your
announcement.
job.
Come on, do your job, you know. But I didn't see that coming. Could this have something to do with maybe her and Fallon feuding? Could it go the other way and bring them closer together and say that this was the plan the whole time? I mean, I think that could go either way. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. But
True.
I initially hated it. I was shocked. I was like, "What the fuck?" I even took Twitter and called out Shawn Michaels. I was like, "Shawn, what in the actual fuck?"
Yep.
And then I slept it off. Woke up. I'm like, "All right." So she has World Collide this week. That weekend. There's still 2 spots open for Money in the Bank. She was already technically officially called up after Mania with Julia, because she had the ID patch that signified she was called up. So it was only a matter of time she was losing the title. So I was like, all right, I get it. We're getting Stephanie full time on Raw. And then I was like, well, why didn't Jordan Grace win then if that was the case? And then we all find out that, you know, the rumor of her going to SmackDown. So I'm like, oh, they're doing the overhaul. They just sitting everybody. Everyone's getting, you know, the call up. So some people are saying that JC Jane winning was a downgrade of the championship. I kind of agree, but at the same time, JC Jane's been there for so long with, you know, Talk to the Attraction, now Fatal Influence. She was basically the side chick. Now, out of nowhere, she became the main chick. So I'm interested to see how she does, but I agree with John. I think she's a placeholder for somebody else. Whoever that person is, I don't know. Could it be Mariah May? Could it be somebody else? Maybe it's Fallon Henley. Maybe Fallon Henley screws her over. Or maybe Fatal Influence pulls a DX. It's like, we faked this breakup the entire time. You know, JC Jane was the real leader. I don't know, but it's interesting to see. Go ahead.
I honestly thought that she was on the bubble of being released.
Yeah.
It's been so long for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time for her. It's time for Fallon Henley to move on too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Exodus in NXT, honestly.
Maybe somebody comes in and beats her, and next thing you know, you got Fatal Influence pulling up to the main roster as a tag team. you know, looking for some tag team gold or something. Nah, who ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
She's a bum ass penguin.
I mean, Jake said it. I didn't. So.
This pissed me off so bad. Out of anybody that you could have had, you had Jada Parker, Thea Hale. I'm thinking of some other names.
I don't know about Thea now.
Kalani,
yes.
You have all this talent on the NXT roster, and you put it on JC Jane, the third wheel of every faction she's ever been in, never made a name for herself at all. She is a bum.
She's the third wheel of this faction now.
But at the same time, she's the only one left from Toxic Attraction. So
yeah. So that means that stands for something, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You want to know how forgettable she is? They forgot to release her. That's the only reason she's still there.
Hey, yo, damn.
To be fair, if Mandy hadn't decided to do the whole OnlyFans route, she'd probably still be there too.
Oh, she'd be on the main roster by now.
Yeah.
I think all three of them probably would have.
NXT revitalized her career.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see her piss it away.
Yeah.
I know she's making more money, but
yeah, she's making hella bank. So I wouldn't say she pissed it away.
Well,
pissed it away, I'd call her a genius.
But honestly, how much more money is she actually making now? Like I get her base pay with WWE.
Millions.
But
10 times more.
It's a lot more.
10.
I think she pulled like
WWE don't
pulled over $1 million in the first month.
I think she's I think she's getting paid more than Roman Reigns.
Probably.
What? And I'm talking about advertisement money and all that stuff.
You'd be surprised how many these average Joes are shitting out money just to see her in the shower. You know, so
and now it's leaked all over the internet. So, I mean, what do you do now? AEW take it. They don't give a crap about that.
Of course.
Nope. Yeah. Neither did TNA.
Russell and do that.
Well, TNA might now about to have the partnership with WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Jordan. They shut hers down.
All right. So that's JC Jane. Let's talk about this this deal here. We saw Vikingo show up on Raw. And so we found out that Worlds Collide, he's going to have a match versus Chad Gable. So that's going to be another big match there. But they're featuring Vikingo on Raw, and they featured him on NXT as well. So how much longer before we start seeing Vikingo work matches on Raw and SmackDown here? What you think, Jeremy?
Apparently they already spoiled him and Alberto Del Rio. They accidentally put up a graphic, and Vikingo is going to be the new AAA champion.
Oh,
so I think that's what they're doing, is presenting him as the head of AAA, is what it sounds like. But that's going to be a banger of a match between him and Chad Gable. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Did you see the warning shot Vikingo gave Chad Gable, big ass forehead? Like, Jesus. I mean, what kind of shoes is that man wearing?
Oh, man.
Because, good Lord.
Well, Chad also
forehead could get bigger.
He took a nasty bump in that match too. So, and I don't know if he got split open from that kick or if he got split open from taking that head bump, and he damn near broke his neck. So
yeah, I'm happy.
It was scary.
I'm looking forward to seeing. This is like literally my first Lucha Libre event ever. So to see them live, and then you mix in NXT superstars and main roster guys in there. It's we're gonna see like who's gonna be signing in NXT. Also because there's some people down there that can get signed. Yeah. So it's Poacher Central next weekend.
So John, this is like a double A or triple A thing. Well, the real beat up Vikingo Pops.
Yeah, it was on like a news interview or something. Yeah, I saw that earlier today. I mean, at first it kind of looked like a shoot, but then you saw him throw a punch. It's like okay, this is a work. So,
yeah. I don't know how they're gonna get him that title off of him in a week, but
well, I think they have a show down there. It's like a one of their pay-per-views or something. I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, because Del Rio has not been offered any type of contract to come to WWE, and with him and Triple H's history, I mean, Triple H is always gonna be the first one to put the past behind you, but it's like, do they want him? Is he worth it?
Okay, so and then you throw in, are they going to re-sign Paige? Who's the bigger attraction there? It's obviously Paige. So you keep him away from her to make her happy, and that's how that's going to work out.
Or just keep on separate shows. But yeah,
I honestly don't think they ever re-signed Paige. Honestly.
Yeah, because she said she's going to take a year.
She's always willing to go back. Yeah,
she said she wants to redo the Paige character. Yeah.
She also show up for Evolution and be a part of.
I mean, she could be a one-off and show up at Evolution, or maybe shock the world and come back at the Royal Rumble in Saudi.
See, no, she's not coming back to work full time. Okay, no, that's not happening. There's too much more talent on the roster, in my opinion. It's my opinion.
I mean,
too much more talent on the roster
she
right
come
now.
Back. She could
she could want to do the same thing she did in AEW and just want to put people over.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see her
come for the Rumble just because, and then do something else afterwards.
Right. I could see her working like a part-time kind of thing, like Trish did. Mm-hmm. You on a roll for like 4 months.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Here's a run. Do a program with this wrestler. Yes. I could see her doing something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Think of the talent she can mix it up with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And now that Sasha's gone, she ain't got to worry about her neck.
Oh, shots fired.
There you go. And we all thought about it. We talked about it. The Wyatt Six are back, but they are messing with the tag team division here. They took out the entire tag team division. So what are we doing here?
I'm wondering if they only brought him back because it was Bray's birthday. I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, they've been gone for so long. They were almost on the verge of being forgotten.
Yeah. Because Bo had an injury or something. So
yeah. What do you do with him? Because and apparently the rumor is that they're getting away from putting Alexa with him.
Right.
So
that's clear
for now.
So yeah, I don't know what you would do with him. Just run the
I think
shot,
it's tag team.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
the
both.
Wyatts.
I think they both came back. Well, for Joe Gacy and Dexter, they can put the tag teams on notice because it was Bray's birthday as well. So that celebration at the end with the birthday cake gave me chills.
Yes, I loved it.
That was pretty cool. We don't need to see the Wyatts every week, but at least more consistent, and at least put the tag team division on notice, because now on SmackDown with the Wyatts back, that tag team division is getting deeper now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you. We don't need to see him every week. because I think this is one of those cases where they were an attraction. And if you keep them away for, say, 2-3 weeks at a time, maybe have them show up 1 or 2 weeks a month or whatever, that makes them that much more special.
And have video vignettes instead of being in the ring. So.
Yep.
At least Nikki got to mix it up with somebody out there too. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Candice LeRae. Oh boy.
She was out
but
there. So.
I don't know what's happening with Alexa. It looks like her and Charlotte they're cooking with something. Charlotte did say she wanted to do a character change. She wanted to have more of an Ashley Flair type of feel instead of, this Charlotte that we have. So whatever it is cooking, I think Lex is going to use some Wyatt type influences to deal with Charlotte. What that is, I don't know. So I wouldn't necessarily say they're deviating away from the Wyatts right now. Well, probably for now, but I think they're still going to be. She's going to use those Wyatt type skill set to either mess with Charlotte or maybe convert Charlotte into something. But I think Charlotte's character change is going to come out of this, whatever it is that's going on.
I kind of agree with you on that because if you noticed, she was talking to Lily, and Charlotte said something to her, and she's like, "I wasn't talking to you." Picked up Lily and said, "I was talking to her."
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, I'm excited for once about Charlotte. So it's intriguing. It has my
it's so hard for me to imagine her doing anything else besides heel Charlotte work.
Yeah, she's good at it. That's her bread and butter.
Right. Like,
but even that gets old.
It does.
We complained during one of Randy Orton's runs with Triple H, where he was like a whiny little baby, and they were just giving him title shots after title shot after title shot. We complained about it. Maybe this is part of the character of a character, and they just get stuff. There are people like this at work that work with you.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's like Dale got someone he don't
Jerry,
like.
you said it, not me.
They don't deserve it, but they got it, and that's who she said.
But eventually, Randy Orton went through a different character change, though. So he wasn't no longer the whiny guy. He became one of the most dangerous figures in WWE. Whatever's going on with Charlotte Flair mixed in with Alexa Bliss, something's good going to come out of this. So I wouldn't mind at the age that she's at, the career that she has. What's wrong with a little change?
Yeah.
So with
being
Alexa,
vintage like they are, some new stuff would be nice.
Yeah.
With Alexa, I've loved her to death, but there's something about her being back. I can't put my finger on it. I'm not excited for it. I don't know if
it doesn't seem thought out.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
And it's like she doesn't look as sharp in the ring right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and attribute that to ring rust for being off for over a year. I think she'll get that back, but I mean, I don't know why, but I am not excited for her, and I should be.
Yeah, she's just finding her footing back. That's all. They're finding a place with her, and whatever this Charlotte thing is, that's a start.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's the last thing I got. So, there's something else I didn't bring up that you want to talk about. Let's start with Jeremy.
Did you see that AEW is copying Chase University?
Yes.
How sad is that? Yes.
No. When was this?
Yes. On Dynamite. Yeah.
Yes. There's the fraternity group or whatever.
Yeah. the frat boys or something,
Frat
something
boys, yes.
stupid like that. Yeah.
It's pretty much it's a hodgepodge of people, but it's pretty much the group that was sipping the sauce guys.
Well, and they stole that from Street Profits.
Yeah.
The
You're
Red
right.
Solo
They
Cups.
They sure did. Fred House, yeah.
Wow.
Fred
Wow.
How bad is it that you got to take Chase U's gimmick?
Yes. Yes.
Jesus. Right.
Sir.
Excuse me.
How long y'all think it's gonna take for MJF to get kicked out of the nation? The Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, so that's pretty that's pretty interesting. I hope they string it out a little bit. If they can use the dynamic between him getting on Bobby Lashley's nerves and just build that crap up like that, the feud between them is gonna be great. Okay. But yes, you got gold right here between them two.
Yeah. Well, and he did mention something about getting the heavyweight title back. So I'm wondering if that'll even happen, first of all. And if it does, is he going to turn his back on them, or are they going to turn on him? I could see MJF turning on that first, just because he gets what he wanted.
And at the same token, I can see Bobby Lashley like, you know what? Fuck this guy, and just put him in the hurt locker and just.
It'd be Triple H.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, it's good point there, John. The fact that these dudes can get on Dynamite, but Athena just made 900 days as champ and can't make it onto Dynamite. You absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah. The one time she did, it was an L.
That's right.
And the sad part is Athena's a great wrestler.
She is.
So
she really is.
She was my girl when she was in NXT.
Yes, Amber Moon. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. The eyes and that finisher.
Yep.
Killer.
Yep.
She did have a pretty sweet finisher.
Yep. All right, Jake, final thoughts.
Yeah, that eclipse was nasty.
Final thoughts. I don't have any kind of like story or anything like that to run with, but I will say good old JR made it out. He's cancer-free again. Remission and taking care of himself and recovery. Hope it's quick. And I'm glad the one of the voices of my childhood is still alive and kicking. So
absolutely.
Good job, JR.
Absolutely, man.
Put a slobber knocker on, or whatever it is, slobber knocker on cancer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, soon, man. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good battle there. The Eclipse versus the Soul.
Damn it, Jonathan. Basically, you're going Stone Cold Stunner versus RKO.
Yeah.
And I'm going with.
I think there's more versatility with Soul Snatcher.
I think the other way, because you got to be able to contort in the air to be able to catch them. Yeah, you're doing a front flip into an RKO. Yeah. I mean, good for you, but I mean, Ember Moon's got to be able to twist the right way, catch, which is a lot of help from your opponent. It is.
Well, if you noticed too, Kalani had the lunge forward when Soul did that off the top rope.
I think it's more slick looking, and I think it's easier to pull off with the Eclipse, but I think it's just so much more damn entertaining to see an Eclipse versus a Soul Snatcher.
Yeah, and when sold correctly, that Eclipse can look like a woman's neck got broken.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for that woman's buns because I know that's got to hurt.
Yes, I'm going Eclipse as a more devastating move, but yeah, I used to always worry about her longevity because you taking a butt bump from the top rope.
Well, look at Hogan.
Yes.
Hogan's prime example of that.
Exactly. That hip drop did him in. why he can't walk. So yes. So, all right, man. Look, this is a fun show. Appreciate you guys showing up for the show. Appreciate everybody in the comments for commenting and everything like that, man. And Trell, I hate you because you get to go to watch this wrestling live. I'm so jealous of you.
Hey man, it's been a good year for us, man. Very good year for us.
Yes. You spoiled LA
man,
people.
yeah. Hey man, listen, man, we deserve it. We had Vegas, so now this is the summer of us. So the four of us gonna have a good time, man. And before Jake even requests, the content will be out.
Yes.
Videos will be made and posted in the group chat. So
I
stay
gotta
tuned
ask
for
now.
that because yep. So it's awesome. They got some meet and greets coming up Money in the Bank weekend. So I'm gonna see if I'm able to meet Stephanie and get a photo op. So if I can do that, then yeah, that's going on my wall and in the group chat. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we'll see you guys again next week. We'll be talking more wrestling. So come back next week and join us. And we out. Kenny Omega, take us home.
Must bid you two goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.